Hello and welcome to another episode of Child Abuse Awareness with Darlene J. Clark. Be a part of the solution instead of part of the problem. Alyssa Wehmeyer, age 21, from Missouri, neglected her 19-month-old son, which led to Colt's death. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All rights and credits go directly to its rightful owners. No copyright infringement is intended. I usually like to start off with a couple of Bible verses. Need to make sure, like it says in Isaiah chapter 1, verse 17, learn to do well, seek justice, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead the case of the widow. In Luke 17, verse 2, it says, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and he cast into the sea, than that he should offend one of these little ones. Please show respect. I am using a different program. Please bear with me while I am learning. Thank you. Gonna get the chat back up here. It's good to see you, Eric. Thanks for coming in. But without further ado, we'll get on with the story. I hope you're doing well, Eric. Thanks for coming in. And everybody else that's listening at Facebook and it's here. We need to advocate for this young boy. It's sad to know that he didn't have the help while he was alive. That we're now his voice after he's deceased, which is a shame. This little boy did not deserve what had happened to him. There are plenty of people who would have loved to take him. Without further ado, let me share my screen. Allow. Here it says a toddler died after allegedly being denied food for 2 days. Mom blamed it on migraine, the cop said. So Alyssa Wehmeyer, that's how I pronounce it, Whmeyer, is facing a minimum of 15 years behind bars. A toddler in Missouri is dead for severe malnutrition after not being fed for nearly 2 full days, according to authorities. Alyssa Nicole Wehmeyer, 21, was arrested Monday on one count of abuse or neglect of a child resulting in death. A warrant filed in Cape Girardeau Circuit Court shows she is being held in the Scott County Jail on $100,000 cash bond. Cape Girardeau sits about 115 miles southeast of St. Louis. Please, no one, please don't go bond her out. Please. You'll be on a lot of people's bad list if you did that. An autopsy found the child, who was reportedly 1 year old, had it eaten for approximately 43 hours, according to the warrant and an accompanying probable cause affidavit, which says medical examiners found very little evidence of food in the stomach. Wehmeyer does not have an attorney listed in court records and was unable to be reached by comment. The Cape Girardeau Police Department found the child's body on February the 28th at Wehmeyer's home and requested assistance from the Missouri State Highway Patrol. The probable cause affidavit states investigators later interviewed Wehmeyer, who said the child had last eaten on February the 26th between 5 and 6 p.m., according to the affidavit. And you all knew all that and you still did nothing? At least you was being honest, right? Wehmeyer informed us that she should have taken Colt to the doctor on the 27th and should have changed his diaper more regularly, but she had a migraine. Wehmeyer stated, "You're using that excuse, but I wouldn't. I needed to change them more regularly, but I haven't had a migraine." How about calling for help? How about if you're that bad off you can't take care of a child, you definitely need medical attention, and that kid definitely needs somebody that's going to take care of them. There are plenty of people who would have gladly took care of that kid when you couldn't do it yourself for a little while. If you needed a break when you were sick, I'm sure there's plenty of good people out there who would have been glad to do it. Wehmeyer stated she had taken 3 Excedrin and laid down for a nap while at home alone. At one point during the interview, Wehmeyer informed us that she didn't contact anyone to seek medical treatment regarding malnutrition or the severe diaper rash. It says Wehmeyer told police that she changed a child's diaper on February the 27th between 5:30 and 6 p.m. and put the toddler to bed at roughly 6:30. Man, that poor kid had blisters on him down there, y'all. Severe diaper rash. At this time, it had been roughly 24 hours since the child had eaten, the affidavit states. I'm wondering if that child ever even had love from the mother. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Because this is not love. Even when you got a migraine, you got to take care of your kid. On February the 28th, the child woke up crying at around 2 a.m., at which point Wimmer held them for about 30 to 40 minutes, then laid them back down in their crib. The affidavit, then why didn't you change the child? Why did you not change it then? You held him for 30 or 40 minutes. The child was crying. Last time you changed him was February 27th. Excuse me? Excuse me. He was crying he was hungry. Instead of, just holding him, why did you not go ahead and feed him? Why? You're showing that you cared for him for 30 to 40 minutes, but you really didn't care for him. You didn't change his diaper. You didn't give him the medical attention. You did not feed him. Excuse me. Don't act like you gave a dang for 30 to 40 minutes. Excuse me. You could have fed him then. You could have changed him. You could have got him medical attention. She didn't check up on the child until about 1 p.m. that afternoon and noticed its lips were blue and was not breathing, the affidavit continues. I asked Wormer about the severe blisters on the child's buttocks from diaper rash. The police investigator wrote in the affidavit. Wormer informed us that it had been nearly 19 hours since she just last changed his diaper. 19 hours and already a severe diaper rash? No wonder the child has a diaper rash because evidently she wasn't even changing it even before the migraine. She was just, oh boy. Some people should not even have kids. The Missouri State Highway Patrol was called in for assistance. An affidavit filed at Cape Girardeau Circuit Court shows. By now, the child hadn't eaten in more than 36 hours and had been left unattended for nearly 19 hours, according to the affidavit. But we don't know how true that is about 19 hours unattended. It could have been even longer than that. Wehmeyer informed us that she should have taken the child to the doctor on the 27th and should have changed its diaper more regularly, but she had a migraine. Oh, change its diaper? Its diaper? It's not a it. It's a child. It's your child. Should have changed its diaper. You called it a it? Excuse me? Its diaper? How many of y'all is really infuriated about her referring her child to an it? I should have changed my baby's diaper. I should have changed Colt's diaper. Excuse me. Webber stated she had taken 3 Excedrin and laid down for a nap while at home alone with the child. At one point during the interview, Wehmeyer informed us that she didn't contact anyone to seek medical treatment regarding nutrition, malnutrition, or the severe diaper rash. In total, the warrant for Wehmeyer's arrest alleges the child hadn't eaten in some 43 hours. She said 36, but the autopsy revealed it was 43 hours. Wehmeyer was arrested at the conclusion of the interview and taken to jail. She has no prior criminal history, according to the affidavit. If convicted, Wehmeyer faces a minimum sentence of 15 years. She'll make her first court appearance Thursday. I don't think she needs 15 years. I think she needs lifetime. What do you think? And I don't think we need to fund people like that in prison. Seriously, I don't think we need to fund them. I mean, that boy didn't have a chance, right? She just put him in the jail, let him, the crib is like a jail, right? He couldn't get in and out, which that's safety type of things. But, it's kind of like a jail, just laying there, right? Behind bars. I know it's a weird way to look at it, but okay. So let me go to the next story here. It says right here is a cute little boy right here. Look how adorable and sweet and precious. How could she do that? How any mom would do that to their child? Look, he got little two teethies in at the bottom. I call it teethies. My kids, I said, look at your little teethies. A mom didn't feed her toddler for 43 hours and told police it was because she had a migraine. A Missouri toddler died of severe dehydration from starvation, and prosecutors say child neglect led to his death. Alyssa Wehmeyer, 21, allegedly fed her 19-month-old son, Colt, for the last time nearly 43 hours before she found him unresponsive in his crib. An autopsy revealed the child suffered severe dehydration and had very little food in his stomach. But sadly, that wasn't the only sign of trauma on his little body. According to court documents, investigators began questioning Wehmeyer after seeing the results of Colt's autopsy. Police read the mother her rights and began asking what happened the day Colt died. The mother told investigators she last fed Colt in the early evening of February 26, 2025. Nearly 23 hours later, she changed the toddler's diaper and put her to bed. 23 hours after feeding him on the 26th, that's when she next put his diaper on. What is so wrong with this picture, y'all? Wehmeyer recalled hearing her son cry about 1 p.m. Friday 28th and held him for about 30 minutes before putting him back to bed. Why did you not feed him? That would have done him better. Why did you not treat his diaper rash? It's so severe he needed medical attention. Why did you not give him water to drink or anything? Because he was dehydrated as well. It started. A short time later, Wehmeyer checked on Colt and noticed the child had blue lips and wasn't breathing, the court documents note. While examining Colt's body, investigators reportedly found severe blisters on his buttocks for diaper rash. When Mary did not seek medical attention for her baby and told police she allegedly last changed him 19 hours prior before leaving him in the crib unattended. The last time Colt ate was reportedly more than 36 hours before his death, indicating starvation led to his death. Some reports suggest it was actually more than 43 hours. So this one right here is not the real court document, but this is basically how it would be. So here, the name was redacted uh, to say Alyssa's Wehmeyer comes between being sworn duty according to law and states upon information believed that the above named defendant committed the following crimes: endanger the welfare of a child resulting in death, felony. Date of offense March 3rd. The facts which form the basis of this belief are A, set forth in an investigative report, a handwritten statement by the affiant, um, which is attached here to and incorporated here by reference. As follows: on March 3rd, 2025, the defendant requested assistance. The request was made in reference to a child's death investigation. Suspect is in this investigation is Alyssa Wehmeyer. It said where she was employed, but it's redacted. What's okay? He was located deceased on February the 28th. An autopsy was conducted. At the conclusion, it was determined that the possible cause of death was dehydration. As this person informed me was dehydrated and found very little evidence of food in his stomach. After learning the results of the autopsy, I contacted Wehmeyer and asked. They went to meet for questioning. He read Wehmeyer her rights according to the Miranda rights, and she stated she understood her rights by signing a waiver of them and verbally agreeing to speak with us. I informed Wehmeyer we wanted to figure out what led to the death of Colt. I asked Wehmeyer to detail what occurred. Wehmeyer informed me that the last ate on February 26th, approximately 1700 to 1800 hours on February 27th, 2025. Between 1730 and 1800 hours, she changed a diaper and put him to bed. She informed me that she put Colt to bed at approximately 1830 hours. At this time, it had been roughly 24 hours since he had eaten. Wehmeyer informed us that on February 28th, at approximately 200 hours, woke up crying. She held him for 30 to 40 minutes and laid back down on the bed. Well, went back in to check on him and noticed the blue lips were his lips were blue and he was not breathing. He asked Wehmeyer about the severe blisters on his buttocks for diaper rash. Wehmeyer informed us that it had been nearly 19 hours since she changed his last diaper. After speaking with Wehmeyer, it was determined that he hadn't eaten in over 36 hours and he was in the crib unattended for 19 hours. When Mary informed us that she had uh, taken him to, she should have taken him to the doctor on the 27th and should have changed his diaper more regularly, but she had a migraine. She's still using that as an excuse, like that's a good excuse, you know. I was sick, so it's okay to let my child lie in there and die, huh? Webber stated she had taken three Excedrin and laid down for a nap while at home alone with Colt. At one point during the interview, Webber informed us that she didn't contact anyone to seek medical treatment regarding malnutrition and the diaper rash. At the conclusion of the interview, Webber was arrested and transported to Scott County Jail, where she was incarcerated and is currently being held. The criminal history shows no prior charges. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, what is y'all's take on this? Does that infuriate y'all? She was lazy, that's right. She was just pure lazy. Did not deserve all that. You are right. Usually, when a kid is hungry, sorry, I'm trying to show it. It's playing with me. Will cry. Sure, the kid kept crying. She should have paid attention to the kid. Exactly. And it makes me wonder other things too. Did she live in an apartment or what? Were there other people that could have been hearing the baby cry and they did nothing? You know what I'm saying? Was there other people who heard the baby screaming? Because even neighbors could have possibly heard the baby screaming, you know? And they did nothing. They did nothing. They didn't call the police. Nothing. No one cared about this little boy enough to do anything. And that's a shame. That is a shame. I wonder if she had parents, um, also, where she could have contacted them and said, "Can you watch the kids? Can you watch the kid?" Makes you wonder, right? Sure sick, ain't it? Oh, but she still the court case has still got to happen. She didn't. It's not went to the court yet, but she does have to pay a cash bond to get out of jail right now before the case goes to court. $100,000 cash. So she is being offered a bond, but they're saying that she could get up to 15 years, I think. But I think the kid He's never going to get 15 years. That kid is never going to. And I wondered how much love that this kid got. I see that picture. Looked like a happy baby before. Who was taking care of the kid then during that picture? Were there other people around? What did it go? Or, yeah, we don't really know. And I hope that no one goes and pays her bond so that she can get out of jail. That kid did not deserve this. I wonder where the parent is, the father. I wonder if the father even knows, right? Like you had suggested yesterday, Eric. Like, where was the father? Where's the grandparents? Where's all these other people, right? I'm wondering if there's other abuses that she had done in the past, and she was threatened that they would take the kids away if it happened again, right? Or take the kid away, sorry. So it makes me wonder about possibly why she didn't call. But you're going to go ahead and let your child die? This is one sick individual. I mean, there are so many people that want to have a kid out there and cannot have a kid, right? There are so many people who, like me, that's thought, I might have thought, whatever would you go to bring the child to me and you got a headache? Yeah, I might not have the right to say about treating a child at the hospital, but I would dang sure call. You're not going to get it the care it needs. I will call the cops and stuff like this, and I will call take them to the hospital regardless because this is really, really extremely bad and cruel. This child was in so much pain. I don't even see the child being able to sleep. Seriously. But it's in that much pain of the diaper rash. Blisters. He had blisters down there. Of course. A sad boy. Sorry, little Colt. You did not deserve what all happened to you. Look at this precious little kid on the screen. Look at the screen. It's so precious and beautiful. Happy. I hope that you get the full extent of the law thrown at you, girl. Sorry I don't empathize with you. I do not empathize at all. I've had headaches in my past. I had broken bones and everything. But I still managed to still take care of my boys regardless. I still managed. So don't say that I'm not going to change his diaper. You were there, supposedly held him when he cried out. Did you not think to feed him? You spent 30 minutes with him. Why did you not feed him at that time? Why did you not doctor him at the time? Why? Why? This little boy deserved a better parent, a better life than what you gave him. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and close this stream now. Say God bless each and every one of y'all. You see something, say something. You hear a screaming kid and stuff like that, don't hesitate, especially if the child continues and continues and continues. Please do something about it because it's best to be safe than sorry. Okay? And now everybody's regretting, probably, about this little child. Probably other people had sensed it and did nothing. That's a little too late.